hello, and welcome. Hello, and welcome. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the All In No Limits podcast. Let's get comfortable real quick because you already know. You guys, I remember my glasses today. I'm so stoked about that because I have so much to have to read off this thing because I'm gonna tell y'all why. Anywho, welcome back to the All In No Limits podcast, where you always gonna find me, your girl, your pusher, your motivator, your number one hype man, your number one believer, because I believe in y'all. Your sister, your best friend, whatever you need me to be, I got you. I got you. Welcome back. It's me, your girl, Sharani Vaughn, and I am so excited about the topic that we're talking about today. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I want to know your thoughts. So, yeah, come on now. I love it. So, what I love about this is, as you know, we've been having a few guests, and I loving the guests, the co-host guests. But I love to hear other people's opinions and thoughts and perception of situations and circumstances, because sometimes we all deal with these different topics from a different angle, from a different perspective, from a different view. And so, because we deal with these things differently, we handle them differently, we experience them differently, right? So, I said all that to say, I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your heart, right? Because we came here to heal. We came here to grow. We came here to evolve. And the way we do that is we got to face the man and the woman in the mirror and say, hey, fix it. Hey, do better. Hey, it's time to heal. Hey, grow up. Sometimes we got to do that. And it's okay to say that to yourself. Get in the habit of talking to yourself. I don't think it's a bad thing. I do it. I literally do it every day. I am myself motivator. Like, I motivate Sharon all day long, every day, every day. You guys, do y'all see our new chairs? So these chairs turned out to be a little bit smaller than I expected, but I can still get comfortable. So I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna trip. I'm gonna make it do what it do. But I love them. They're cute. They're kind of cute. Like maybe a little bit wider, huh? Anywho, we'll work on that. I guess I didn't look at the dimension of it that well, but it's okay. We still in the building and we still about to make it happen, Captain. You feel me? Okay, so this week, today we're gonna talk about something that I find very dear to me, and I tell this to um my sisters. I tell this to my friends, and there's two young ladies in particular that I say it to very often. And I actually gave them a journal that states this, and it's talking about I am enough. Um, because I feel like some of us still don't know the value of ourselves. We don't know how precious we are. We don't know how priceless we are. We don't know, we don't understand the beauty in what we bring to this world. And I say that because, as I always say, you can really tell how much a person loves themselves and how much a person values themselves based on the company they keep, how they allow people to treat them and talk to them, and just different things like that. And sometimes a lot of us struggle with believing and knowing that we are enough. It's not as easy as waking up every morning, and you should do this every morning, and you wake up and you tell yourself, I'm enough. I'm enough for myself. I'm enough for the right people that want me, I'm enough for the right people that sees me. I am enough. I am enough. Say it with me. I am enough. For the people in the back, tell them, say, I am enough. You are enough. You are enough. And we're going to dive into this being enough because, sometimes people can be very manipulative. And one thing I want to tell you is, and teach you is, you have to be able to identify people that are trying to manipulate you, that are trying to hold you back, that are trying to stop you, that are trying to discourage you. You have to learn to separate yourself. And if you remember the the last show, we talked about, cutting off access denied. And reason being is because oftentimes the direct correlation of why we feel like we're not enough is based on things that people have said to us, things that people have spoken into our life. And you don't have to eat everything that people feed you. I'm going to say it one more time. You don't have to eat everything that people feed you. You don't have to digest it. You don't even have to ingest it. You do not have to receive it. You have the power and the ability to block it, to stop it, to bind it, and throw it away. You have that power. And why I say that is because a lot of women that I see, and men that I see, struggle with knowing that they are enough. They have these insecurities, right? Some insecurities we have is because we built them ourselves. It's our own inner feeling and inner thoughts. Granted. But there's some insecurities that we allowed other people to place on our lives. There's other insecurities that we allow people to speak into our lives. Follow me. Follow me. People have told you you wasn't worthy. People have told you you wasn't good enough. People have told you you wasn't pretty enough. People have told you these foolish things. And sometimes we fall under their spell and we fall under the hypnotized version of what they want us to be, right? And we start to believe it. There's men out there that would tell a woman, ain't nobody gonna want you with 2-3 kids. Ain't nobody, baby, there is someone that is gonna want you, that is gonna cherish you, and not just you, but cherish those babies. Because they're gonna know you're a full package. The full package. You hear me? You are the full package. You're not missing anything. You're not lacking anything, right? But you have to see that in yourself. You have to be willing to accept your flaws and all and be like, I am absolutely wonderful. I am absolutely you are literally, there's nothing wrong with you except the fact that you need to build your self-esteem. Build it. Build it. Get back to you. Build your self-esteem. And not just talking about what you look like, but actually who you are. Do you realize how valuable you are, how smart you are, how brilliant you are? Do you understand that no one might think like you and feel like you and help like you and love like you and inspire like you? You are absolutely amazing. And part of getting to that is sometimes I think what comes across a lot of people is a lot of insecurities is people don't believe that they're that beautiful. Because like I say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I think that's the one that most people struggle with because they want to look a certain way. Body types want to look a certain way. Face want to look a certain way. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And the sooner you figure that out, you'll be better. The sooner you figure that out, nothing gonna be able to stop you. Because you have to get to the point where you realize that I am enough. What I bring is enough. Who I am is enough. What I do, I'm enough. I'm enough. I don't care about what you say. I don't care about what you did. I'm enough. Don't think just because you've had so many failed relationships and failed friendships that you're not worthy of. You are. We just sometimes get in covenant with the wrong people. We sometimes get connected to the wrong people. We sometimes get involved in situations and relationships with the wrong people. That does not mean anything about you stating that you're not enough. That don't make you less than who you are. That does not make you less than who you are. Now let's dive into being enough. It talks about being I am enough means when you have nothing to hide and you have nothing to fear. We're going to start with that one because I got a lot of things on this list and we're going to get down the whole list today, y'all. Watch. So it talks about when you have nothing to hide and you have nothing to fear. So when I look at that, and that I got it out the Webster's dictionary, I already know. When it talks about nothing to hide and nothing to fear, when I heard that, it made me hear, these are the words that it came to my mind, was acceptance. Acceptance of what? Acceptance of who you are. I accept me for who I am. I respect me for who I am. Like, I accept this person, this beautiful human being for who I am, flaws and all, shortcomings and all, ups and down and all, the ins and outs, all. Every part of Sharon, from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, to the things that penetrate my heart and regulate my thoughts, everything about me, I accept her. Sweaty palms and all. Look at, they sweating right now. I accept her. I accept her. I accept her. I accept myself for who I am, and how I know I accept myself, because I'm not trying to hide who I am. I'm not dimming my light. I'm not going to stop being authentically who I am for anyone. If I can't be myself with you, then you're not the person that I need to be around. If I can't be myself with you, then you're not the crowd that I want to be in. If I can't be me and love it, I'm at the wrong place. I'm with the wrong people. If I'm doing too much, I'm with the wrong people. No. Accepting yourself and loving yourself is you don't want to hide who you are, and you don't fear who you are. I have no fear about how strong I am. I am a strong individual. And being strong don't mean I don't cry. Being strong don't mean I don't hurt. Being strong don't mean I don't go through things. Being strong don't mean like everything is easy. No, being strong is I am a strong individual. I'm a strong-minded person. When life get hard, I know how to speak life into myself. When life get tough, I know how to speak life into myself. I don't allow myself to give up on myself. I don't allow myself to throw the towel in. I don't even allow myself to get down on myself. I've learned to extend myself mercy and grace. That's where my strength comes from. Learning to extend yourself mercy and grace. That's where your strength comes from. Not being so hard on yourself. That's where your strength comes from. Building yourself each and every day. That's where your strength comes from. Speaking life into yourself, that's where your strength comes from. Plant a seed of growth, plant a seed of peace, plant a seed of joy. That's where your strength comes from. Plant these things in the root of who you are. Make them your firm foundation. That's where your strength comes from. We all know God is my firm foundation. That's where my strength comes from. When I'm weak, that's where my strength comes from. He said, hide my word in your heart. So when it's dark and when you can't see, you have it. The light is right there in your heart. All you got to do is speak it to yourself. Remind yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get some words of affirmation in your heart and start to speak them to yourself every day. Get in front of that mirror and tell yourself you are everything. You are enough. You are enough. Let's move on. Notes. It says, you being enough means you're self-worthy and you're embracing the difference. So me being enough is not compared to you. Me being enough is me embracing who I am and understand that I might be different from you, and you. I might be different, but that don't mean I'm less than. I might have less money than you. That don't mean I'm less than. My hair might not be as long as yours. That don't mean I'm less than. My booty might not be as booming as yours. That don't mean I'm less than. And my body shape might be different from your body shape. But baby, that does not mean I'm less than. I am enough for me first. I'm enough for me first. Let's work on us first before we try to be enough for somebody else, right? Because you're more than enough for somebody else. Understand that. We'll get to that. But what you have to first understand is that you're enough for you. Embrace that. Take ownership of that. Don't hide it. Don't fear it. Some of us fear our greatest potential. We fear how great we can be. We fear how beautiful we can be. We fear how big we can be. Stop it. The only limits that we have is the limits that we put on ourselves. Take them off. The only fears that we live in is the fears that we place on our own life. Release it. And allow God to restore it. And restore it with joy. Restore it with peace. Restore it with, the good stuff. I want y'all to have the good stuff. Anybody want the good stuff? I want the good stuff. Understand you are the good stuff. And it relies in you. What you put inside of you, it has to come out of you. You are the good stuff. Somebody tell themselves they the good stuff. For the people in the back, say it a little bit louder. The good stuff. You are enough. Moving on. It emphasizes that regardless of one's looks, abilities, or beliefs, every last person is unique, able, and worthy of respect. Now, that definition took me in. Let me tell you why. Because it breaks it down. I'm going to read it one more time. Just for the people that didn't hear it, I'm going to read it again because I know I talk fast. I got you. Don't trip. It says, emphasizes that regardless of one's looks, abilities, and beliefs, every person is a unique, able, and worthy of respect. You are worthy of respect. You are uniquely made. You are able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can think of. You're able. You're able. Somebody say, I'm able. I'm able. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of someone respecting your mind, body, and spirit. You are worthy of someone respecting your boundaries and your standards. You are worthy. You are absolutely worthy. Oh, well, he did this because I didn't. You are worthy of more respect and value. You are worthy. Oh, well, she did this because I... Stop making excuses for people that are not treating you like you're worthy. Stop making excuses for people for how they treat you and how they speak to you and how they make you feel. Stop making excuses for them because you're worthy of more. You are enough. You are enough. Your cup runneth over. You are enough. You are the overflow. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. I'm going to say it one more time. You are enough. Because I need you to understand how valuable you are, how beautiful you are. You are enough. It simply says you are uniquely made. Don't feel like you don't have the ability to do all the things that you want to do simply because you have a few mishaps. It's okay. It ain't got to be perfect. We're not reaching for perfection. You're absolutely perfect the way that you are. Stop reaching for more. Stop feeling like you got to look like everybody else. You don't. Find you and fall in love with you. Remember, real love. I'm searching for a real love. That's you. You are who you're searching for. You're searching the world for all these other things and people to accept you and to be validated and to be loved. It starts with you. The moment you start loving yourself, the moment you start valuing yourself, the moment you realize that I am enough, the moment everything else is just going to fall into place. People that come to me, they value me because I value me. People that come to me respect me because I respect me. People that come to me love me because I love me. And they know and they see the way that I carry myself. Oh, okay. How I know that I'm loved, you guys, I have coworkers. Shout out to my coworkers. I love them. I heart them so much. But I have coworkers that tell me every day that they see me, I love you. I love you. Coworkers. Some of them been knowing me less than a year. Instantly. It's because my heart is good. And how I treat you is how I treat me. How I value you is how I value me. A lot of people are not valuing you because they don't really value themselves. People talk a big one, yeah. People can't love you because they don't love themselves. Why can't he love me? Why can't he see that I'm doing all of this and all that? Why can't she understand? Why can't she be? She doesn't have the capacity to because she doesn't love herself. He doesn't love himself. He doesn't even respect himself. Why you want him to respect you, baby? He don't even respect his mama. How you gonna respect you? Come on, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Y'all gotta start connecting the dots. Y'all got to start helping other people grow. Hey, get it together. Before you step into my world, get it together. Before you get it together. Help somebody. Help somebody. We ain't talking about nobody. We just talking about what we talking about. You hear me? Moving on. But don't forget, as we move along this list, you are enough. It goes on to say, being enough encourages people to recognize diversity and show respect and kindness to others. So when you realize that you are enough, it helps you. It helps you to encourage other people, which I think I'm sitting here doing. It helps you to recognize the diversity. So what I come to see is this. People have this image, right? We have this image. Let's move this over a little bit. We have this image, right, of what perfection looks like. We have this image. Let's take this off too. We have this image of what we think perfection looks like. You know, it got to look like this and it got to be shaped like this and he got to act like this and she got to speak like this. Ooh, and she got to have this long hair and it got to be natural long hair because if you got short hair, that's an issue. And she got to, her booty got to be like this but what about the substance? What about she has to be loving and he has to be caring and they have to be respectful? What about they have to be encouraging? They have to be self-motivated. They have to love themselves. What about the things that hold substance? What about the value? But we have this fixated image of what perfection looks like. Oh, I don't look like her, so I'm not. Why would you compare yourself to someone else? Paul says in the Bible, and I don't mean to just be throwing the Bible at y'all, but that's how I relate to things because I'm a word-based child. Blame it on my pastor. He spoiled us with the word, y'all. Blame it on him. PK, this your fault. But the Bible Paul talks about people who compare are not wise. That's not a wise thing to do is what he'd say. You're wasting your time comparing. There is no one like you. There is no one like you. I don't mean to point because I ain't your mama today, but I love you so much. No one is like you. You are uniquely made and you have the ability to do anything that you want to do. You have that. You have that. So why compare you to this fixated image of what society and social media have created for us to believe this is perfect? You are absolutely perfect the way that you are. If you don't like your body shape, change it. I'm not telling you to go get surgery. I ain't even telling you to go to the gym. I'm telling you if you don't like something, change it. You have that ability. You have that power. But the beauty of it is the things that we need to change that make us the most beautiful, our attitude. Let's talk about fixing our attitude. Let's talk about how we treat other people. Stop talking about people. Fix your attitude. Fix your tongue. Fix your conversation. Because if you learn to fix your conversation, you will start speaking things. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to preach to y'all. I'm just trying to give y'all something that y'all can live off of, that y'all can thrive off of. You hear what I'm saying? I want y'all to strive. Like, I want y'all to soar. But you have to get to the point where you start changing your conversation. What you mean, Davis? Change your conversation. Stop talking about what you can't do. Stop talking about what you ain't and talk about what you is. Talk about what it is you want. Talk about yourself. Learn to change your conversation. Learn to change your environment and create an environment of peace and create an environment of joy and happiness and create an environment where you're constantly lifting yourself up, where you're constantly speaking life into yourself. I had this saying, and I was telling my sister this morning, actually, we was on the phone this morning because we both couldn't sleep. And I was telling her, and I said, you know what I've been telling myself every day, and every day, y'all, I get up and I walk. After I pray and I read my word, I get dressed, get ready for work, and I'm walking to the car, and I said, Sharon, one step at a time, One day at a time, one conversation at a time. One. One. I don't have to conquer the world in one day. I ain't God. I don't have to conquer every situation, every circumstance, and every issue every day. No, no, no. One step at a time. One day at a time. One conversation at a time. One. That's all it takes. And it starts with you. Get up. Take that one step forward. Get up and have that one conversation with yourself. Get up. Just get up. Just one. Put one foot in front of the other. Just one. One step at a time. Get to the point where you fall in love with you. One step at a time. One day at a time. One conversation at a time. One. I'm not asking you to go run a marathon. One step at a time. Even in a marathon, it's one step at a time. One lap at a time. 1 mile at a time. Take your time. As long as you make it to your finish line. Yours. Not nobody else's. We ain't on nobody else's timeline. We ain't trying to look like her. We ain't trying to be built like him. Stay in your lane. It's safe there. Stay in your lane. It's peaceful there. Stay in your lane. It's clear there. Like you have clear thoughts there. You're free there. You're happy there. It's hard and it's draining and it's exhausting trying to be everything somebody else wants you to be. You can only be that for so long before you get tired, before you learn to walk away. Stop letting what people say to you determine what you do for you. Stop letting the way that people treat you determine how you feel about you. You can't tell me how I should feel about me. What you mean? You don't like you, so you want me to hate me? Absolutely not. I wasn't built like that. We're not built to break. We're not built to break. What you built off of, that's going to determine if you're standing. What's your firm foundation? That's going to say if you need to start over or not. But wherever you are, start somewhere. Start to build yourself up. Start to heal. Healing starts within. Healing is making a conscious decision that I am going to get better. And I'm going to do something one day at a time. One step at a time. One conversation at a time. Whatever it takes for me to get there, one day at a time. You're going to get there. But you got to be willing to take it one step at a time. One day at a time. One conversation at a time. One. That's all it takes. Because you're worthy of that. You're worthy of that. Stop forgetting what you're worth. We're going to go deep into what you're worth. That's another show. But I need y'all to understand what value you have. And understand why God called us a masterpiece. You are a masterpiece. Why are you trying to alter who you are? The only thing that you need to work on is anything that is not good for you. If you got a bad attitude, fix it. Fix it. Because a bad attitude can ruin yourself. It can ruin your relationship with other people. It can ruin your marriage. It can ruin your friendships. It can ruin your relationship with your children. Fix your attitude. Some people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Fix your attitude. Everything is not about you. Everything is not about how you want it to be and how you want it to go. Fix it. If you want to cohabitate in this world with other people, you need to have a better attitude. You need to have a welcoming attitude, a respectful attitude. Fix it. And I'm telling you to fix it because there was a time that I needed to fix mine and nobody was out there speaking life into me. Nobody was telling me, Sharon, you should do better. Sharon, you shouldn't be like that. In fact, I have people congratulating it, condoning it, cheering it on. That wasn't cute. That was not cute. Fix your attitude. I do have a smart mouth and I'm praying that it gets better, y'all. It ain't that bad if you ask me. It ain't that bad. But I do have a smart mouth. But it's I joke a lot. I I like to have fun. I like to like mess with my brothers and friends, like jokingly. But if you say the wrong thing to me at the right time, my mouth might start speaking before my thoughts. And I've learned to navigate through that, y'all. I've learned to think first and then speak. Because baby, if I say what I'm saying, it's gonna be smart. That's how I'm working through it. I'm working on the smart mouth, okay? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, getting back to you or no. My handy dandy phone, y'all already know, because that's where my notes are. But stop seeking validation from everyone else. Now, these are some of the notes I wrote, and I know I wrote them because I put stars next to them because I was like, yes, good stuff. Let's go. This is what I wrote, and I want to read it directly to you guys because I don't want to forget anything. And the crazy thing is, like, when I'm studying for my for the episodes, you guys, like, I go deep into thought. Like, I got to have my worship music on because that's what helped me. I don't know how everybody else get ready, but that's how I get ready. I literally play worship music as I set up this room, as I get the lighting ready, as I check the sound. Like, that's what motivates me when I'm studying. I have soft music playing in the back because it just soothes me. Find things that soothe you and relax you and help you get into your zen. Because when you find that, that's your place of peace. That's your place where you come up with the bright ideas and you could take your business to the next dimension. This is what it says. It says, knowing you are enough also means knowing that you are enough also empowers the decision we make. Wasn't I just saying this? What? Let me finish reading it before I go into what I'm saying. Because I know I'm going to say what I'm saying. It says, knowing you are enough also empowers the decisions we make. This realization of being enough ensures us that we deserve whatever we want. We deserve whatever we want. What you're asking for is not too much if you're asking the right person. Because when you asking the right person, you don't even have to ask because they're going to know what you need and what you want. And they're going to give it to you. And even if you do have to tell them, you only going to have to tell them one time and they're going to never forget because they care. They're considerate and they love you enough to remember and know. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Let's go. It says, knowing you are enough also empowers the decisions that we make. This realization of being enough ensures us that we deserve whatever we want, regardless of others' opinions. I don't care what you got to say. Not like that, but sometimes you have to be like that. I'm not saying to have the I don't care what you got to say attitude. That's not what I'm saying. There's a time and a place for these, these attitudes, right? What I'm saying is this. If what I want, you feel like it's too much, that's your opinion. But that's not going to determine what I do because you think it's too much. It's not. It's not. If I want something, I'm going to go get what I want without fear, without hiding, without dimming my light. I'm going to go get it. And just because you feel like I can't or I shouldn't or I'm not enough to do it, that's your opinion, but it ain't going to stop me. Stop letting other people's opinions stop you. You had a dream, you had a vision, you had a goal, but you stopped because somebody else told you was doing too much. Somebody else told you couldn't make it. Somebody else said you weren't worthy. Somebody else said you ain't all that. I am all that. I am. Regardless of what you say, I'm all that and some. And baby, I'm way more than a bag of chips. I am all of that. And that's the type of attitude you have to hold inside of you. Not to boast, not to be arrogant, because we're not boasting about anything. It's a lifestyle. Can I say that way? It's a lifestyle. How you treat you should become a lifestyle. How you love you should become a lifestyle. How you value you should become a lifestyle. It should become a lifestyle. Because knowing that you're enough, it empowers the decisions that we make for ourselves. I'm going to make this decision because I believe I could do it. This is the vision that God gave me, and I'm going to run with it. I'm going to make it happen by any means necessary. Regardless about you telling me I can't do it, or regardless of you telling me that I'm doing too much, regardless of you telling me, oh, it's too hard. How you going to do that? That's too much. How you going to do that? That costs money. How you going to do that? Because I'm going to do it and God going to provide. He said, I'll give you vision and provision, meaning I'll give you whatever you need to provide for the vision. Just follow my steps. What did he say? He said, acknowledge me in all your ways and I will direct your path. If I acknowledge him, he's going to lead the way. You think he's going to lead the way and not provide the way? Make it make sense. Woo! Because the God I serve, he does it all. Why y'all think I'm so confident? Because he gives it to me. I'm confident in him. I boast about him. Because I know who he is, I know who I am. And because I know whose I belong to, I could do whatever I want to do. Not like that. But I mean, like I could sit on a platform and trust that God's going to take it all the way. He set me here for a reason. We building, we growing. He set me here for a reason. Let's get back to what I'm talking about. But knowing who you are and knowing that you are enough, it empowers the decisions that you make for yourself. Nobody gonna stop you. My mind is too strong. Nobody gonna stop me. The vision is too big. Nobody is gonna stop me. I've been dreaming for way too long. My promise is right next door. You think I'm about to stop in the wilderness and wander for 40 years when God has promised me a land flowing with milk and honey? What you mean, stay here? I can't stay here. I can't stay here. I don't know about you. I can't stay here. That's the type of attitude you're supposed to wake up with. I'm not staying here. I'm here right now, but this ain't my finish. This is not my finish. This is a new beginning. I'm about to turn the page. I'm about to start a new chapter. I'm about to walk into a new era. That's the attitude you have. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. Knowing who you are empowers what you do. It empowers what you speak. Remember, what we speak can either it could drive us or drop us. Say it ain't so. What we speak can either drive us or drop us. What you got to say about me ain't about to drop me. Your opinion about what I'm doing ain't about to drop me. I'm about to run with the vision. I'm about to run with the plan. I'm about to run. I'm about to run. I'm about to run and see what it comes. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've experienced. I'm telling you that I've been in a place where people have tried to stop me from being my greatest. People have tried to hold me back and hold me down. I won't let you. I won't let you. I'm not about to let you stop me. I'm not about to let you. I'm not. Tell yourself, say, I'm not. It stops now. It stops here. Get up and tell yourself one day at a time, one step at a time, one conversation at a time, one. And it starts with me. Every day I'm going to wake up and look in that mirror and say, look, today you going to make it. I know you tired. I know you exhausted. I know you're ready for the next level. I know you're tired of waking up and going to work for someone else. I know, baby. I know. I know you're tired of going to school, but you're almost to the finish line. I know you've been writing this business plan for over a year now and it's going to come. I know you've been applying for grants and applying for loans and you've been getting denied. But baby, I'm telling you, your breakthrough is coming. Your yes is coming. Your open door is coming. Your overflow is coming. Your flood is coming. Like it's going to rain down blessings on you. It's coming. But you have to understand, because what you have to understand is a mindset. And it's a shame. It will be a shame for you to walk into this overflow and your mindset can't keep you there. You know how many people were up and the right person at the wrong time told them the wrong thing and they believed it? And they stopped and they let what they say drop them rather than drive them. Your no is going to drive me. And I'm going to tell y'all about that on another show probably. But your no is going to drive me. I thrive off of no's. Tell me no, because I'm going to figure out another way. tell me no, and I'm going to figure out another way. How y'all think I became a boss? I had to figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. By any means necessary, figure it out. Figure it out. We got to move along. Let's see. So I'm going to read it one more time for the people that just might be tuning in. Knowing you are enough also empowers the decisions we make. I talked about that. Knowing that you are enough is going to empower what you speak into your life. Knowing that you're enough is going to empower what you speak into your life, which means that's going to determine what manifests in your world. I'm speaking power. I'm speaking prosperity. I'm speaking healing. I'm speaking wealth. I'm speaking good health. What are you speaking into the atmosphere of your life? You know you are enough. So if you know that you are enough, speak what you are enough of. I'm just saying, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. It's the realization of being enough ensures us that we deserve whatever we want, regardless of what others' opinions are. Don't let their opinions drop you, but let it drive you. Don't let it drop you, let it drive you. Moreover, it means we give ourselves permission to do the things that make us enough. What make you feel like you're enough? Let's talk about it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you do that makes you feel like you're enough. Aside from me waking up every morning, reading my word and praying. And the reason why I talk about that, because I value that step of my day. I value it. It means a lot to me to wake up and the first thing I do is trust God and talk to God. That's value to me. That's worthy to me. That's something I never want to stop doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's working for me. Everything works for everybody differently, but that works for me, right? But giving yourself permission to do the things that make you feel like you're enough. You know? Like, I get up, you guys, and I work on a business plan every day because I feel like I'm enough. I get up every day and I speak life into Sharon because I feel like I'm enough. Sharon, you got this. Sharon, you're strong. Sharon, you're beautiful. Sharon, you're smart. I know it's hard. I know school is kicking your but you got this. One more year and you're going to make it to the finish line. One more year and you're going to graduate. One more year, just push. One paper, one exam, one class at a time, and you're going to get it. What am I doing to prove that I'm enough? I'm choosing me every time. What am I doing that's making that proves that I'm enough? Investing in my enough is I'm loving me. I'm motivating me. I'm inspiring me. I'm encouraging me. What are you doing to add to your enoughness? I know it ain't a word, but we're going to make it a word today. What are you doing to add to your enoughness? What are you doing to prove to yourself that you are enough? Because the only person you need to prove it to is you. What are you doing? What are you adding to yourself? What type of value and substance are you adding to you to make you understand and believe that you're enough? Wake up every morning and tell yourself you're beautiful, you're strong, you're brilliant. Oh my God, you're so smart. I tell myself that all the time. I be like, girl, you so dang smart. Man, I love you. Because I do. And I am. And the more I tell myself, the more I see it. The more I tell myself, the more it reveals itself to me. You know what I'm saying? What are you telling yourself? What are you giving yourself? What are you reminding of yourself that you are enough? Come on now. Talk to me. Talk to me. I talk back. This ice in this thing is just dripping. Moving on. My next point. Another whole lot of stars. I'll be into it, y'all, when I be writing this stuff. It says knowing your worth and then setting out to accomplish your goals. Y'all know why I wrote this. Because the last thing we talked about is giving ourselves permission to do the things that make us enough. giving me permission to do what I need to do to make sure I'm enough. It only falls in line that knowing that you're worth and then setting up out and to accomplish the goals because no one can tell you that you aren't capable. You have to get to the mindset that I'm able to do what I need to do. So if I believe that I'm enough, I'm going to take the proper steps to accomplish the goals that I set out for myself because I think I'm enough. I'm worthy to have my own show. Talk about it, Davis. I'm worthy. I'm worthy to have my own team. I'm worthy. I'm worthy to have my own company. I'm worthy. I'm worthy enough to graduate with honors. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. And so because I believe in that, I set goals. I told y'all, I make a checklist every day. I text myself on the other phone of the checklist because I ain't going to remember the checklist. I got to write it down. I don't have one of those sharp minds like some of y'all. Y'all got some sharp minds, boy, that can remember everything. I can't. I'm going to forget it by the time I walk from here to there. I'm going to forget. So I write it down real quick because I got to write it down before I forget. I'm okay with that. I've embraced that. I've accepted that. I'm not trying to hide it and I don't fear it. You're too young. No, I'm not. My mind is sharp on the things that it needs to be sharp on. Remembering the checklist ain't one of them. That's why they call checklists. Write it down, check it off. Got it? So what I'm saying is, what are you doing? Make the list and check it twice. Make sure. Tomorrow, make a list. Check it twice. Make sure. Next day, make a list. Check it twice. Make sure. What are you doing each day to add to yourself? What are you doing each day to show that you are enough? This is a lifestyle. I'm telling y'all, when we sit here and talk, it's a lifestyle. You either gonna be it or you're not. You either gonna do it or you're not. You either go get it or you're not. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It goes on to say, it means knowing your flaws, your faults, and your mishaps, and loving yourself in spite. You have to love yourself in spite of your shortcomings. I goes back to everybody looking for perfection. Everybody wants to be this perfect image of what they think shit is. That sound wrong. It sound like I said a bad word, but I didn't. Because when I just heard it in my head, it sounded like I said. Okay, anyway. You have to, a lot of us look for perfection, right? And I get it. I get why you want to be this image because everybody gravitates and loves it and likes it. But who wants to be loved and liked by everyone? That people that don't even know you. Why? Why is that important to you? Why is it important that the whole world know you? Why? 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 And why be willing to do things outside of your character just to get that type of attention? Why? Why not accept who you are, flaws and all, mishaps and all? Why? Why feel like you don't deserve something or you don't deserve the good stuff simply because you made a mistake in life or you have flaws? Name one person without a flaw, and I'm going to tell you where you're wrong at. What song is that? It's a rap song. Get out of my head. Okay. I'll wait. There's no one without flaws, faults, and mishaps. But you have to be willing to know that you're still enough in spite of it. You have to be willing to go after what you want in spite of it. Yeah, I ain't got no money. So what? Go get what you want. See, what y'all have to understand is there's a way to get what you want. And I'm not talking about stealing. I'm not talking about the hookup. No. There's a way to legally, let me say that. There's a way to legally get what you want without all the foolishness, okay? There's a way. And if there's a way, there's a way. It's a way. So what I'm saying is, in spite of what you don't like about yourself, in spite of what you might look at as bad, you're still worthy. You're still enough. Some people might say, well, I got kids, so that makes it hard for me to. That's an excuse. Somebody still wants you. Somebody still gonna marry you and love you past your pain, past your thoughts, past your flaws, past your mishaps. In spite of all of that, they're gonna still want you, and not just want you, but want those babies. Some people, everybody got reasons why they can't do and why they won't do. What's your reason? There is none. It's about believing in yourself. It's a lifestyle. Wake up and choose you. Wake up and take that one step. Have that one conversation. Wake up. Just wake up. That's the best start of any day, is to wake up, because you get to wake up and choose. And when you wake up, choose you. Didn't we talk about that? Choosing you, because you're worthy, you're important, you're necessary, you're wanted. We sit here harboring on the people that don't want us. Who cares? I'm glad you don't want me, because I don't want you either. I'm just joking. Goodness. Laugh a little. Okay. So it goes on to say, it means falling down over and over, but continuing to get back up and keep trying. Oh, y'all know what? When I be studying, okay? I be in my zone. You hear me? So the last point, and that's before I go to my last little point after that. We're almost over. And it says falling down over and over again and getting back up. This goes back to me telling you about your firm foundation. What is your foundation? Because you don't want to be falling because your foundation is not solid. Because if the foundation is not solid, anything that you build on it ain't going to hold. It ain't going to never hold. And the higher you get, the more it's going to fall. So what's your firm foundation? Let's start there. What's your firm foundation? Remember, get up. One day at a time. One talk, one conversation at a time. One step at a time. One. What is your firm foundation? What are you doing? No matter how many times you fall, are you getting back up? No matter how many times a business plan didn't work, go back to the drawing board. Don't give up. Don't throw in a towel. I don't care how many kids you got. Keep going to school. I don't care how hard it gets. Keep pressing. Keep reaching. Keep striving. Keep running your race. Keep running your race. You don't have to finish the race right now. You just have to run. And if you can't run, walk. And if you can't walk, crawl. And if you can't crawl, scoot. But don't stop. Get back up. And this time might be a little bit harder than the last time, but keep getting back up. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep driving. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep driving. My last point, and we almost out. So these last points, this is 7 points that I made for y'all. For us. Let me say not y'all, but us. This is a us thing, okay? We all healing. We all growing. We all evolving. Let's go. And I ain't gonna never stop growing. I ain't gonna never stop healing. And I ain't gonna never stop evolving, because I believe that we could all get better. There's room for increase. There's room for improvement. Always. And that's why I stay as humbled as I can be, because I know that I am perfectly in perfection. That's who I am. I'm perfectly who I am, but I know that I'm not striving for perfection to be like anyone else. I don't compare. I don't contrast, because I am me. You are you. They are they. And we're going to be who we be. Got it? All right, here we go. How to remember. Let's fix this really quick. How to remember that you are enough. These are my little guidelines to leave you with, because I love you so much, and I ain't going to never leave you just hanging. I'm going to give you as much information as I have that has helped me, and I can only pray that it helps you. I'm not saying that this is the answer key to everything. That's not what I'm saying. Anything that I have given to you, I'm not saying that that's the answer key for everyone. What I'm telling you is that this is what worked for me. This is how I got there. This is my blueprint. If you want it, you can have it. If you want to use it, use it. If it worked for you, great. If it don't, create your own blueprint. Create your own map. Do what you do, but whatever you do by any means necessary, get to the best version of you. That's all I'm saying. And everything that I do and everything that I say when we're here together, this is our moment. This is our hour to just spend with each other, to love on each other and speak life into each other. So what I give you, you could have it if you want it. I'm not saying that it is the answer key to everything. I'm not. I'm saying this is what I use and you could try it for yourself. Don't knock it till you try it, though. Okay. It says how to remember that you are enough. And these are my 7 points. Take them, leave them, or share them. Do as you please. 1, knowing that your mind can trick you. And the reason why I have this as number 1 is because sometimes people can't get to the other side because we are consumed with our thoughts. And oftentimes our thoughts can consume us, and not only consume us, but they can overwhelm us, and then they can overtake us, and they can drive us to do absolutely nothing, or they could drive us to do things that could harm us. What I mean by that is sometimes we'll get in our head and we'd be like, oh, it's too big. Oh, it's too much. It costs too much. Or this ain't gonna work and that ain't gonna work. And because we consume our thoughts with so many negative things, it holds us up and it puts us in a depression and it puts us in a bad and sad and angry place and it stops us. So if your foundation is these thoughts that's roaming around, get rid of it. Build it on something else. You can't build it on emotions. You can't build it on feelings because that will get you nowhere. Especially when you're in a business, you have to learn how to operate outside of that. Operate outside of the friendship, operate outside of the relationship because business is business. You feel me? All right. I'm talking. Know that your mind can trick you. And because you know that your mind can trick you, you have to figure out a way to make sure you set your thoughts on those things that are peaceable, those things that are joyful, those things that bring greatness to you, those things that will grow prosperity and beautiful things. You have to do that. Again, it's one step at a time, one day at a time, one conversation at a time. That's all it takes. Each day you become stronger. Each moment you become braver. Each second you become bolder. But you have to do the necessary work to get there. You have to reprogram your brain. You have to reprogram your thoughts because your thoughts will trick you and hold you in bondage. I'm telling you what I know. I've been there where my thoughts literally overwhelmed me and I felt like I was going insane because these thoughts, and they could get bad. Yeah. The thoughts still try to creep in, even in the journey that I'm in now, this peaceful place and this happy place. The negative thoughts will creep in. And sometimes we act on those negative thoughts because they're in our head so heavy, we automatically assume that they're real. And we assume that what we thought this person did, this person said is real, and it probably really ain't because it's all in our head. And as women, I don't know about men because I'm not a man. I can't relate to what they do, but I believe that this is for them too. Sometimes we overthink things. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Sometimes we go too far into things that's really not there. You understand? All I'm saying is don't allow your mind to trick you. Don't allow your thoughts to hold you. Don't. And sometimes our mind tricks us because so many people have spoken so many negative things into us that those are the thoughts that roam around in our head. But you need to learn how to rebuke certain thoughts and rebuke certain people and rebuke certain spirits. You have no place here. You cannot dwell here. The answer is no. Access denied. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to say it. Absolutely not. That's my favorite one. Sorry. Number 2. How to remember that you are enough. What I've been saying, talk to yourself as though you were your own child. You know how we speak life into our child, or even if those of us that don't have children, we speak life into other people and their situations and to our friends and to our families and to our spouses and just to people that we randomly meet. We're so quick to extend mercy and grace and tell people to love on themselves and do this and do that, but you have to speak that into yourself. Therapists have therapists. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Therapists have therapists, and ain't nothing wrong with that. What I'm telling you is talk to yourself. Get up and tell yourself you're going to make it today. You're going to finish this, this, and this today. I tell myself all the time, I'm going to finish this homework before the due date. I'm going to finish this paper before the due date because I need feedback. Like, I set myself up to win. I set myself up literally to win every day. That's why I make that checklist in the morning. By this time, this needs to be done. By this time, even if it's me having to reach out to certain people and do this and do that, I make a checklist because I don't want to forget. I'm forgetful, y'all. But talk to yourself. Remind yourself you are your biggest motivator. Remind yourself that you are enough every day. And how I know I'm enough because I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this to show that I'm enough. I'm going to show that I'm worthy to myself, not to people. We're not proving to other people. We're proving to ourselves that we are enough and that we are worthy. You feel what I'm saying? I never want you to forget that. Talk to yourself. I'm giving you permission to talk to yourself. And write it down. Get your journal out. Get your sticky notes out and your sticky pads and put it all over so you can remind yourself before you walk out of that door. Be proud of yourself. Wear a smile today. You worth it. Say hi today. You're worth it. Love on yourself today. Do something sweet for yourself. Go get a facial. Go get a massage. Go get pampered. Go buy yourself some shoes. That's my favorite thing to do. Number 3, how to remember that you are enough. Remember your strengths. Never forget who you are, your value and your worth. You are everything. I love that one. Remembering your strengths. We might not be ultimately great at everything, but know that you're great at something. And whatever that is you're great at, remind yourself that you are. If you're a great friend, remind yourself. I tell myself all the time because I am a great friend. I'm a great friend. I'm a great daughter. I'm a great sister. I'm a great godmom. I'm a great bonus mom. I'm a great lot of things. I'm a great friend. I'm a great supporter. So what I'm telling you is remind yourself of what you're great at. Remind yourself what you're strong at. And then if there's some things that you want to be stronger at, hey, I'm going to do this to make myself stronger at this and get better at this. Remember, one day at a time, you're going to get stronger. You're going to get brighter. You're going to get wiser. You're going to get bolder. You're going to be so encouraged. Remember your strengths. Remind yourself of that. That's when you talk to yourself. Tell yourself who you are. How to remember that you are enough. Leave the past behind you. And this is what I like to tell people because we be like, well, this happened and that happened. I get it. But if we don't learn to heal from our past, we're going to keep carrying it in our present, which is going to determine our future. I'm not taking all of that in this because if I continue to carry that, then I can't enjoy this. Don't regret your past. Learn from your past. Don't have resentment for your past. Learn from your past. Heal from your past so that whatever you're experiencing in the present, you can enjoy it. You can thrive in it. You can grow in it. The reason why you can't is because you're holding on to stuff. How could you pick up all of this joy, this peace, this happiness, and enjoy all of these good things when you still holding on to resentment, hatred, and anger and pain? Make it make sense. There's only so much you can hold, bag lady. There's only so much you can hold. You only got 2 hands. And you get to determine what you hold. You get to determine what you carry. Choose to carry love. Choose. Choose to carry love. Choose to carry peace. Choose to be happy. It's a choice. And what you do each day will determine how closer you get to that happiness. And stay there. Dwell there. Live there. Grow there. Moving on. We almost done, y'all. We at number 4. We just finished number 4. Leaving the past behind you. Don't regret the past, but we learning from it, all right? Number 5. How to remember you are enough. Let go of go of perfection. Didn't I say this already? The more you reach for perfection, the more you don't get to enjoy the present. If I'm constantly reaching for perfection, how could I enjoy this? How could I dwell here? If I'm constantly, I gotta look like this, I gotta be like this, I gotta. Why are you reaching for perfection? That ain't even perfection. It's an image, a very false image, a very filtered image. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You're better than that. Moving on. Because we only got a little time. We out of here. We out of here. We out of here. Don't compare yourself to others. We are better than that. Remember, I told you, Paul wrote in the book of Corinthians that those of us who compare are not wise and a waste of time. Don't be a waste of time. Don't waste your time. We ain't got that much time on earth. Use your time wisely. Invest that time in you. Invest that time in love. Invest that time in purity. Invest that time in the good stuff. You are the good stuff. Oh my goodness, I want y'all to know how good y'all are. Last but not least, how to remember that you are enough. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for where you're going. Be grateful for every step that you take. Be grateful for every day that you wake up and you make that effort to take one step at a time. Be grateful for every conversation that you've able to have, whether it was difficult, whether it was hard, whether it was painful, whether it was growing. Be grateful. Be grateful for who you are. Be grateful for the body that you're in. Be grateful for the thoughts that you have. Be grateful. Yeah, my palms might sweat, but my hands work. They work just fine. And it don't stop me from getting these pretty nails done. Be grateful. Be grateful. You might not have all the things in the world, but you got a roof over your head. Be grateful. You might not have everything, but you got a pillow to sleep on, a cover to cover up with, a bed to sleep in. You got shoes to put on your feet. No, they might not be red bottoms, but they comfortable. And they get you from A to B to C to D and back to A. Be grateful. Be grateful. Yeah, you might not be in a relationship right now, but you get to work on you right now. And at least you ain't have to settle for somebody hurting you, tearing you down, breaking you, attacking you. Be grateful. Be grateful. I got these kids and I got to do it by myself. Yeah, I know you got to do it by yourself. And I'm so sorry that you do because I want to help you. But be grateful that you were able to have these babies. And be grateful that, yeah, it might be hard, but you're making it. And it won't always be that way. Be grateful. What you have to understand is you have to learn to be grateful for where you are now. Because in order to appreciate every step and every conversation and every day, you have to be okay and grateful for where you are. Even when you know greater is coming. Even when you know overflow is coming. Even when you know bigger is coming. Be grateful. To have a grateful heart is to appreciate the life that you have, to appreciate the people that you have, appreciate the good stuff, the good stuff. You are the good stuff. Somebody please tell yourself that you are the good stuff. Don't be so hard on yourself. Extend yourself a little mercy and grace, okay? It's all right not to do everything perfect. It's all right not to have all the answers. It's all right. But that perfection, that image of perfection, throw it out the window. You create your own image. You create your own story. You are the author and the illustrator of your own book. Write that thing and make it as beautiful as you want it. You're enough. Stop asking yourself why you're not married yet. That don't mean you're not enough. God is still molding and shaping your perfect person. I believe it. Like I said, if you haven't found your person yet, that's because their God is still working on him. Sis, he coming. Bro, she coming. Stop searching for things that are not real, and look within. And once you look within, figure out what you want for you, and everything else is going to fall into place for you. But just know that right now, where you are, where you sit, where your very being at this very moment, you're enough. You are enough. You're enough. All right? Okay. All right, beautiful people. We have had our hour of power where we want to inspire each other. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, please. Let me know what you're working on every day to show that you are enough. And if you haven't started, tell me what you want to do. I want to hear from you, and I'm going to respond. I'm literally going to respond to everybody that message. That's the goal, is to respond, because we having a conversation. And what happens in conversations? We heal, we grow, we evolve, we expand, we increase. We came here for increase. Anybody want increase? I do. Every day I want increase. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for tuning in to the All In No Limits podcast. Remember, you are worth it. You are valuable. You are needed. You are necessary. You are wanted. You are loved. I love you. You know what I'm saying? It's always me, your girl, your pusher, your motivator, your number one hype man. I am a fan of all of you, okay? And I love you. And I want you to succeed in everything that you do. And I always want you to be the best version of you. You deserve that. Okay. Don't forget to tune in next week or in a couple of days, because y'all know I'll be going at it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Put that notification bell on so you'll always know when I'm coming in, when I'm tuned, so you could tune in right away and you can get some of this good stuff right away. You hear me? Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, or tell a cousin, sister, brother, auntie, or grandma to tune in, because we're trying to go worldwide. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a great week, a great month, and a great year. I love you. Bye.